Welcome, everybody, welcome. My name is Julius L. Cartwright. I am a real estate broker by trade. I've been in the business since 1988. Just to give you a little background on myself. So I've been selling real estate in the greater Cleveland area, primarily focusing on first-time home buyers, working with new construction, and also working with investors locally and abroad. So I am here today to talk about equity smart is the new cool. And that is the name of this podcast. You can see I'm equity smart out with my colors on, making it happen. Want you to get a good understanding of what we're going to be dealing with on these podcasts and what we're doing to elevate you, empower you, and help you level up when it comes to your personal finance, your business development, and your entrepreneurship. And so we're going to be covering a wide range of things. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the book that I just released, and it's called Equity Smart is the New Cool. And I was asked the question like, Julius, so why do you call it Equity Smart is the New Cool? Here's the reason. If a guy's trying to date a young lady or a middle-aged lady, and he has a 495 credit score, he's going to have a hard time with that relationship going very, very far. Not that women want to date a man based on their credit score, but it certainly helps. If you are unemployed, you don't have a job, that's not cool. You got a low credit score, that's not cool. You and your girl go to dinner and she's expecting you to pick up the tab and you say, oh, you know what? I left my credit card. Can you get it today? Just cover it this one time for me. That ain't cool. So that's what we're talking about, getting your finances together, because it's not cool to have bad credit. It's not cool to not have money. It's not cool to not be working. It just destroys your overall picture in terms of what you're trying to do in life. This is my opinion. This is the direction I'm going with it. So some may concur, some may disagree, and that's okay, because everybody's entitled to their opinion regardless of the situation. But the other thing is, this is a beautiful book because it's tied into 4 generations. And what that means is exactly what, Julius? What it says is that I have a son or daughter that's in high school, age 14 to 18. They can read this book. It's a very easy read. And guess what? There's a chapter dedicated to them and it's relatable to them. Or, hey, my daughter's in college and she's going to college right now and she's in her second year. Well, we know today that most of the college students, 17% of them are aware of financial literacy and preparedness. The rest of them, good luck. 83% of them have never even handled a checkbook, don't know about money and handling their business. It's a perfect publication and a perfect book to have them read and digest. For my millennial crowd, it's ideal for them whether they went to college or they went another route and they're into their careers. They still need to know how to handle their money and navigate their way. So it's perfect for millennials. My generation, Generation X. So we're right between the millennials and the baby boomers. So we can relate to both sides. That group is probably into their financial habits already, whether they're good or bad. But hopefully we can change some of that. We can increase your savings or increase your awareness to start investing in stocks or get you to get some insurance. As we say often, stop begging to be buried. Buy life insurance. That's our motto at Equity Smart is the New Cool. Again, we're about empowerment. Okay, we're about elevation. We're about lifting you up, not putting you down because you don't have certain things in your life together. Nobody has it all together, including me. Then we got our baby boomers. Our baby boomers are pretty much established in their habits and their ways, but even they can change. We all know change is possible for any person, any individual, any group class, any race. Anybody can change once they put their mind to it and they focus on what it is exactly what they want to do. So again, that's where this book comes in, and this book is critical because it's a very easy read, and any generation that I just named, any of the 4 they can comprehend what I recommend. And so I ask that you indulge in us, you follow us, hit the like button, subscribe to Equity Smart is the New Cool. We're going to be bringing you speakers and different people weekly that we're going to interview, talking about everything, all of our financial resources that we work with. And these resources are pertinent to life. And I always say, this is my favorite line. Whether a person is on welfare, which means they might have very low income or no income, or you're a millionaire, or in between those two yardsticks, those two goalposts, we have something for you. Okay? So that means what exactly? For an example, let's take them one at a time. Let's talk about credit. We're all involved in credit for life. I mean, you can have a 700-800 credit score today and miss a payment on a credit card or miss a payment on a house note and drop your score by 100 points. So credit is a constant thing that you got to constantly be on top of all of your life, from the age of 16 to 18 all the way to the age of 90, because anything in between that can impact your credit. So we're all in credit, and it doesn't matter what your score is, it's whether or not you're going to get your score right, and you're going to work toward getting your score right and taking the necessary steps. And in many cases, that takes time. Whether you got a judgment, you got a lien, you got an eviction, you got a collection, you got a foreclosure, all those things take time to cure. The next one is savings. We know less than 4% of the people save in America today. The average person living paycheck to paycheck. We've seen the layoffs, we've seen the job cuts that has happened in this administration. Well, guess what? A lot of those people were making six figures in the DC, Maryland area. And some of those were making 150, 200,000. But if you didn't have money saved and your job is terminated, you didn't have your 6 months emergency cash reserves or 18 months reserves, which most people don't have. So you're in trouble. The next one is we start talking about budgeting. You got a budget. It's not how much you make, it's how you utilize what you make and make it work for you, and how you leverage that. And we start looking at that budget as a way of looking at, how can I prepare myself for retirement? How can I get myself to a level where I can do my IRA on my own, I can do a 401k and max out at my job, because that retirement is important. So we start building that money, compounding interest, or things like a Roth IRA. We'll be talking to financial advisors, bringing them on the show, talking about that. So those things are important. And then the big one, the big elephant in the room. Some people love it. Some people are scared of it. Some people don't understand it. And a whole lot of people want to know about it. That's cryptocurrency. Talking about Bitcoin. And, we all know during the COVID hit, and during the pandemic, the coin dropped. The price of Bitcoin was $3,500 to $4,000. And then the coin exploded a couple years after that and got all the way up to 62. And then it fell back down in the 30s, so $30,000 for one coin. Now it's back over $100,000 a coin. So that's one coin in a whole ecosystem of a lot of coins. They have some of you might have heard of what they call IPOs, initial price offering. That's when a stock goes public or a corporation goes public and they start selling the stock. Well, guess what? They got that for coins. They call them ICOs, initial coin offerings. And so there's a lot of spaces to play. And some of these coins, or many of them, will X a lot larger than Bitcoin. So what are you saying? I'm not telling you how to invest. I can't give investment advice, so don't take it. Here's what I'm saying. If you had $100,000 you put in Bitcoin today and you wait, it'll probably go up. They say Bitcoin's supposed to go to $1 million. That's the word. But you could take $100,000 and put in some of these other coins and they might X and be worth 5 or 10 million. And so that's why you should understand it. And everything is going digital currency. I mean, I think when the United States sent some money overseas for the war, Ukraine and Russia, they sent it through the blockchain. They sent digital currency. Use digital currency now. When you go check into a hotel, lay $5,000 on the counter and see if you get a room. They're not going to let you get a room unless you got a credit card. That's a form of digital currency. We see it with Cash App. We see it with all of these other digital currencies coming into play. And If you're not involved in it, I'm not saying that you have to be involved in it. I'm just suggesting you take a look at it. And again, ultimately, that decision is up to you. It's just like using a cell phone and using the technology. It's early in the game, and a lot of people think they missed it, but they just finished the national anthem. That's where cryptocurrency is. So you got to understand that. Lock that into your mind today. The next one is stocks. So we talk about stocks, mutual funds, coins, the stamps, any kind of other type of investments. We'll be talking about that. We got some great shows coming up and episodes coming up where people are talking about stocks. They're talking about options. They're talking about conservative stocks, which kind of led to our next promotional piece where we say don't eat it or wear it unless you own stock in it. Again, I'm going to repeat that. Don't eat it or wear it unless you own stock in it. And so what that means is a friend of mine, motorcycle guy, he rides motorcycles, and he was in a Harley Davidson restaurant eating, and the couple came in with all the Harley Davidson gear on. I mean, they was Harley down head to toe, including the motorcycle, obviously. And he was like, wow. They got all that gear on, but do they own any of it? Do they own a part of the company? So that's what we mean by you're wearing it. Okay, I like LeBron, I like Jordan, I like Nike. I'm rocking all the Nike tennis shoes, but have I ever thought about buying at least one share in the company or investing in the company? I'm rocking their products. I'm rocking games all day. Have I thought about investing stock in the company that owns it? EAS Sports, am I investing in that? So look up the ticker symbol, find out. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to heighten your awareness just to try to get your antennas up to start thinking about it. Because we'll go spend money on a fancy dinner, we'll go to a restaurant, we'll buy nice clothes, we'll buy kids the latest and the greatest, whatever's in style, etc., but we won't buy stock in it. Here's one last example. I was in Houston, came in to do a radio show, and it was two people on the radio talking, and they were talking, this was right around the pandemic time, that they saw the line around the store where everybody was buying Louis Vuitton. They were buying the gear, the women were in line to buy the purses. So a lot of people got that money and they went shopping when they got their money in. She didn't stop her car, she didn't find a place to park, she didn't get in line to be number 100 or 200 to buy the latest purse. She went and bought stock in it. And a lot of people don't know, same company that owns Louis Vuitton and various bag companies also own Cavassier and the liquor, that even during the pandemic, you would think that Amazon was the greatest thing happening because everybody ordered. They didn't go shopping. People did more ordering on Amazon. But that company excelled in their sales that exceeded, and the guy's net worth exceeded Jeff Bezos during that time. His name escapes me right now, but you can look it up. So the point of the matter is, it's okay to rock with what you like to eat, what you like to do, but just think about it. Think about your TV set. Think about the company that makes that. Think about your cell phone. Think about who your service is with. Who is your phone with? Is it Android or is it Apple? Look at the stock. Look at the companies. Look at the companies and see what kind of money these companies are pulling in. And all I'm saying is get your fair share and get involved in it. The next one is college debt and college savings and college debt reduction. We know that's the biggest thing that's hampering a lot of people coming out of college, and a lot of people out here is student loans. So we're saying to the parents to prepare their kids with 529 plans and start investing. So when it's time for them to go to school, you're not digging in your pocket if they don't have an academic scholarship or athletic scholarship because they play tennis, they play basketball, they golf, football, whatever the case may be, swimming, lacrosse, then you are already prepared. And then you're setting your son or daughter up so when they graduate, they don't have that hurdle of I graduated but now owe $100,000 or $250,000 in student loans that they're going to be paying back for a considerable amount of time. So if you can curtail that by learning and getting some education, that's the point. Insurance, life insurance. I mean, that's a big thing. If I asked and surveyed 1,000 people right now, today, at this moment, and even those of you who are listening, do you have insurance on your cell phone? Most people do. $9 a month, $5 a month, whatever the dollar amount is. But do you have it on your life? Or do you have it on your children's life? Or do you have it on your spouse's life, etc.? So we put more value on insuring a telephone in case it falls in the water, or in case you drop it and it cracks and it doesn't work, then we're actually putting on a human being. That doesn't make any sense. So we're looking at it from the wrong perspective, that insurance is important. And that's something that we have to start looking at. Most people can get a term insurance for $20 a month, $30 a month, if you're not buying a whole life policy or some other policy. And so there's things like annuities and things that you can position yourself with to do what you do. Then the big one is what I do day in and day out at Dream Team Realty, is home ownership. Home ownership is America's on sale right now with a big yard sign on it. Everybody's buying up all the real estate. You got hedge funds. You got the corporate people buying. You got all these national investor companies. You got individual investors. What is that doing? That's shrinking the inventory. So what does that mean? That means prices rise. That means a guy like me, I don't own a home, for an example, and I'm paying $1,200 a month for rent, $1,500 a month for rent. In Cleveland, you can own a home for that. In most markets, you can't, because the median price is $350,000 to $1 million, depending on if, going all the way out to the West Coast. So not even median price, that's really the floor in a lot of when you start going on the West Coast. But what I'm saying is that it's important to get in the game now. You don't need to wait until the 2-minute warning to start thinking about home ownership. You need to be thinking about home ownership now and own something, because I've never met anybody that was in the hospital, at home, on their deathbed, and they said, here son, here daughter, here husband, here wife, here's the keys to the apartment. Nobody wants the keys to an apartment. They want the keys to a house, because that's generational wealth that's being passed down. So you gotta own a home so you can get the tax write-off, etc. Now, if you're in those high markets, I get it. I did a workshop out in LA some years ago when the median price, the floor was about $700 at that time. Now the same house is probably 1.1, 1.2. But I said to those ladies is, what you need to do is buy in an area like Cleveland, buy in a market where you can invest, and at least you're in the game because you own something. Which brings me to the next one, which is real estate investing. So there's a lot of people doing real estate investing. There's people wholesaling. There's people signing contracts. There's people flipping houses, buying them, fixing up, selling them. And there's people buying them, hold them. Whatever your position is, whatever position you want to take is fine. Take a position, get involved with real estate investing. We'll be talking a lot about that. We'll be doing a lot of series and a lot of programs and talking to a lot of successful individuals, people who are successful doing rentals, people who are doing rehab, people who are doing wholesaling, etc., and the like. So that's something that you need to look into. Then we talk about our evolving entrepreneurs. A lot of the businesses today don't succeed past 2 years. And if they don't have strong business plan, good sales, infrastructure, and some of the key ingredients, good product or service, then they don't last. And so we got a lot of young people that are starting businesses. Some are doing good, some are struggling, some are average. So we'll be talking more about that. And then we got a big one called women acquiring assets. And that's just women in general as a whole, where we kind of group them together and they're buying specific assets to build themselves up. And that could be from real estate to art, whatever the case may be. That's what we're dealing with. And then it's business development. So tools and tips and resources we can help you build and cultivate your business. And then the last but not least, investment clubs. It's a good way for your family reunion to plug that into it, to plug it in with your family, where you can get together and create an investment club and start investing. I met with an investment club that was investing, and they had been doing it for about 7 to 8 years. They taught a lot of the people in the group about stocks and how to evaluate stocks and look at them. So some of them were investing in the investment clubs, in the investment club ventures, and then some of them were doing deals where they were buying stocks and investing things on the side, on their own, aside from that. So that's just a great way to bring unity together, whether you're in a church, fraternity, sorority, various organizations, a family group, or co-workers at the job. Investment club you can put together with 3 or 4 people. Nobody runs it. It's all voted on. It's all concise, collectively working together. So those are the kind of things that we're going to be covering, and those are the things that basically align with the book. And so we're going to take a short break right now. When I come back, I want to share the book, and then hopefully we'll look forward to seeing you participate in this. I think it's a great opportunity. We'll be back. Welcome back. Here's the book, Equity Smart is the New Cool. And you can go to our website, esnewcool.com. That's esnewcool.com, and you can order it there. You can't order it on Amazon. The only way you can get this book is through our website. We're direct to the consumer. Equity Smart is the New Cool, and basically we're talking about the different generations and the whole concept, everything that I described, models for teaching people about financial wellness and awareness to help grow them personally, professionally, and hopefully we can make some millionaires out of what we're teaching people. So that's the process. Go pick up your book. The book is $20. It's very affordable. Buy one for yourself, buy one for a friend. And we also have a workbook that we actually teach from. You can buy the workbook and do it on your own, but the workbook is also $20. And the workbook basically covers a lot of the chapters in the book where you can work through each of the different sectors that I just covered, from credit to crypto to business development. And there's actual sections in the workbook that you can work through. So I think it's a fantastic concept. I think it's not cool not to work on your finances and work on your situation. I don't care where you are. We all need to start somewhere. It's not where you are today. It's where you want to be tomorrow, and what are you going to do to get there? And it starts with you buying the book. So look forward to it. Talk to you soon. See you at the next broadcast. Take care. Bye-bye.